Hello, guys. Hello, everyone. You are excited about Premier League? We are. We are very excited. We had a fantastic round and some surprise results. And again, tonight or today, depends what time you're watching that. We're gonna talk about a great. It was a fantastic game, wasn't it, Alex?
Surprising, very surprising. I think it was a game that's for everyone that likes enjoys football. No matter if they are a City fan or Leicester fan, Gunners, whatever, was a huge surprise. So yeah, let's clearly talk about that.
And we're gonna talk about this game in depth with lots of details just after our official opening. Well, before we get started for real, it's very important. Hit the like button too. Subscribe to the channel. Every week we talk about football in details, about Premier League and I mean international football in general. But lately we have been talking a lot about Premier League. And as Alex said in the beginning of this program, very surprising result. Manchester City was smashed by Leicester 5-2. Another great performance for the Fox. Was that correct? Was a great performance for the Fox, or Manchester City is not in their best?
That's a $1 million question, to be honest. I think there is a mix of both. I think this city is clearly not the city that won the league 2 seasons ago. This city is not even the same city that lost last season for Liverpool, and something needs to happen. Clearly, there is a few things that Guardiola really needs to change. No, it's not only the defense line. Just by the way, um, a lot of things must change in that team, but as well, Leicester. It will be completely unfair if we just look to City and say, well, City was a rubbish. Leicester was like, no, there's no luck there. Great team, great performance, really clever, and so I believe that it was a mix of both, to be honest.
Yeah, but I would say that Leicester is getting back what they had 4 years ago. It's a very solid team. Vardy remains an outstanding forward, right?
Vardy is a surprise. I think if we think that's a few seasons, well, a long seasons ago, he was not even a professional player, like. And today Vardy is still playing, he's still scoring goals and more than goals. He knows everything about the game, like the way he got those penalties. Let's call it got. He got those penalties were from someone that really knows what to do. So he's much more than a goal scorer. He's a leader. He knows how to play the game and he knows how to play. And he always shows up in the big games. So Vardy is Vardy. I think he will be 55 and still scoring goals. So he's an amazing
And,
player.
in that penalty that he got when Walker hugged him in the middle of the box, was Walker naive in that? Because knowing Vardy, his capacity to get penalties with movements and putting his leg in the middle of the defensive guy legs, he does that very often. He's very smart, find a way to be blocked or to get a foul in the box. Was Walker naive in that movement, Alex?
Yes, but Walken is really not the same player that we saw in past seasons. He's not the only one. But yes, thinking about that specific situation, yes, it was. But come on, it's Vardy. If you sneeze by Vardy, you will probably fall out. He knows how to do it. So yes, Kyle Walker was naive, but it's Vardy. So I really like to focus that. I'm not saying that he's not professional. I'm not saying he doesn't respect the game. Yes, he's a great player. He respects the game. However, he knows how to do things. So yes, Kyle Walker was naive, but again, it's Vardy. So bear that in
Well,
mind always.
yes, I agree. Vardy has. I mean, I believe that Vardy has been lethal last season and this season. Is like a very dangerous player, always dangerous. He moves all around. He's very competent inside the box, and he has this amazing capacity to find penalties for the Foxes. Um, yeah, well, he does, right? Another for me controversial point was when I was watching the game. The game was draw 1-1, tied game. We couldn't identify where the game was going. Guardiola, in my opinion, made a mistake, right? And I want you to talk about it. That's my opinion. So uh, the Manchester City had two players holding the midfield: Rodri from one side, and another one is Fernandinho. And they need to win. They try to win. This is Guardiola, right? They try to win the game, not by a opponent mistake, but winning because of the merits of his team. He took out Fernandinho and he put a striker, a young striker, right? Leon Delop. He's 17 or something like that. He's very, very young. And from that moment on, Manchester City completely lost the midfield. Right, the midfield was under control of Leicester. Do I have the wrong impression, or that was what happened?
I think I think you are right, first of all, but I know as well that who controls the game is who have the ball, and I believe City, yes, you have like a major possession, yes, if we just think about numbers, but I think the game was never exactly controlled. Yes, Fernandinho and Rodri do a great job there, but I think the problem were not there too. Were the three in front of them. I think De Bruyne, Mahrez, Foden didn't play in the level they should play. And Fernandinho and Rodri was a lot on their own. Yes, Fernandinho is not a young player anymore, and he was getting tired and tired and tired. For loads of times, we saw three, four, five players against the line of four of City. So I agree with you. Fernandinho, as soon as Fernandinho left, was I believe City lost the midfield, but I think that midfield was getting lost already. So I think it will be a matter of time. And if Fernandinho stayed, I believe yes, he have experience, but I think the legs were gone already. So in my opinion, I think it will be much clever. Yes, take Fernandinho out, but put someone in his position to kind of keep the midfield. Because I think the key that entered was clearly the space, and he's really young. He have the ability to play, and he will do great things to City. But come on, you can against a, a midfield like Leicester have, you cannot afford just play with one DM like they play. So yeah, I kind of agree with you. Yes, when Fernandinho left, City lost midfield, but I believe that midfield was getting lost already.
Yeah, from that moment on, the Leicester players that were playing in the middle, they had too much space, right? Space to look at, space to, I think it became easier. And the final question, I had one $1 million question before. That probably is $10 million question. Are you seeing the 2016 Leicester again?
Well, let's forget if we completely forget about Liverpool because I believe that this year will be again Liverpool year. But I believe as well that we will see few blue teams around Liverpool, and it will not be, at least for now, it will not be City. If we look to Everton and Leicester, these two teams are starting really, really well. And I believe that it's not just about starting. Everton is getting a really solid group. I believe that they will even sign one or two more players. So watch out. This Everton will be massive. And Leicester is Leicester. Like they know what to do. Brendan Rodgers is clearly a guy that knows what to do. He knows everything about the game. So if Leicester will win the Premier League, that's a really, really bold statement. If they will battle for top four, it will really be hard. But I really believe, and to be honest, off the record, come on, everyone likes the underdog, and Leicester, even after winning, even if after winning the Premier League a few seasons ago, he's still an underdog. And people from Leicester, they deserve to get their team, their club fighting for top positions. And we will see, in my opinion, we will see Everton and Leicester fighting for top positions. Obviously, some clubs will not be there. Again, like I said before, I believe that Wolverhampton will be a few stages below. Let's see about City. United
Chelsea.
this will really be United year. I don't know, but answering your question, Leicester winning the Premier League, that's a bit too much. If they can be on in the top four, top six, I believe top six is completely realistic. Top four, I don't know. Let's see.
Yep, I agree. I think they are not. They are not the 2016 team. They will not win the league, but they can do massive damage in the big clubs. Thank you, Alex. Don't forget to leave your hit. Oh, leave your hit. Hit the like button. Make your comments. Leave your comments there. We would love to hear you. And maybe you're gonna produce one of the videos for you guys. So leave your comment. Hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe. And you see you here again. MNB Mundo na Bola. I will explain. I explained the first program, so come back and you understand. Alex, thank you so much. See you guys soon.
My pleasure.